What's going on, guys? My name is Rajeev Kugan and thanks for checking in. Oh man, it's been a while, but we're here. My voice is back, the flu is gone, I feel like a new man. But before we get started, yes, you read the title correctly. That's right. Google Pixel 3. You can win a clearly white 64GB Pixel 3 for free. More info in the description and at the end of the video, so stick around. Okay, back to the programming. Let's talk about the 3XL. It's been 2 months. 2 months since I actually put my SIM card in and said, you know what, it's gonna be my primary driver. And I will be honest with you, I was initially having second thoughts. The fact that many of the hardware internals were essentially the same as the 2XL, my brain was just fixated on the fact that I'm pretty much buying a notched up 2XL for a premium price in 2018, especially coming from the OnePlus 5T. Remember, I had that for 1 full year, which I've never did in a very long time. I kept a phone for the full year. So I just couldn't stop comparing the two when it came to the price point. However, with a quick turnaround in bug fixes and performance fixes, I can reassure you that Google Pixel maintains its throne as the king of Android phones. If we were to just focus on the experience itself, there's nothing that beats the vanilla satisfaction of the Pixel experience. See, the Google Pixel's always been about the camera. They pretty much did their homework. They're like, what do people want? They want cool, fancy phones that take beautiful pictures. And they were able to achieve this without spending so much time with hardware enhancements and focusing more on the software. Google literally dropped a top-notch phone, get it? By making one major advancement in the hardware, which is the selfie camera, which we'll talk about, I love it, and put all their R&D on proving that understanding the core platform and optimizing the software can easily make a difference versus putting more tech into the hardware itself. And it's a no-brainer. This is what Google needs to do. It's their platform. You know, that's what they need to do, and I'm glad they're finally owning it. So obviously, it's the holiday season. You're probably looking to buy a new phone, to gift a new phone, or get an awesome boxing day deal, or win a phone. So, you know, you're probably wondering, is Pixel the right phone, or should you be looking elsewhere? And just a disclaimer, I'm not saying this from a Team Pixel standpoint. This is my honest opinion, that if you want a phone that works and does a great job in your day-to-day use, but takes amazing pictures, then I would put your eggs in all the Pixel baskets. The camera is untouchable. That's it. That's it. The phone is king because it's untouchable. And it's all thanks to Google's post-processing mechanics. Like there's a lot of software tech put into this device. And kudos to Google. It's a very smart way they did it. A few years back, they gave everyone free access to Google Photos and said, go dump all your images, back it up forever. Well, guess what? That came with a good price. I mean, yeah, they do have our images and they do have our data, but the price to pay is the beauty of these devices outputting great results. Google's leveraging our data using facial recognition and getting awesome results by putting machine learning and data mining into the way our pictures are taken, the exposures, the type of settings, the faces, the moods. All this data is just being collected and giving Google's AI more data so that it can use its machine learning and give us better post-processing. I'm not complaining. You know what? It's okay. Take it. Take it. At the end of the day, you guys have a backup for me. As long as you guys continue to keep that backup, we're good. And of course, the most talked about feature in this phone is night sight. Of course, they rolled it out to other phones, which is a really smart move on Google's end. But night sight is magical. It does need to pair the perfect lighting with the perfect situation, the perfect environment. But when all that stars align, yo man, that thing takes really awesome pictures. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's been a very long time where I actually took a picture using my smartphone and posted on Instagram. The quality of the picture is so good and so crisp and so much data in there that I was able to put it in Lightroom, do some edits, and then post on Instagram, which is very rare for me because I usually only use, you know, SLR or mirrorless camera pictures. And if y'all know, the portrait mode is still the best. I haven't come across anything better. Even with all that hardware tech put into the iPhone, I still couldn't get the results that I consistently get with the Pixel 3 XL. Yes, the bokeh is not real. It's very this fake bokeh generated look, but hey man, it's clean. That's all that matters. And it even does it in the selfie portrait mode, which is even better. Speaking of which, that wide angle lens that they put in for the 3XL, oh my god, it makes a huge difference. I don't know about you, but my main use for selfie isn't for myself. It's usually like, hey look, friends are here, let's take a picture together. And those are me capturing my everlasting moments that I feel like I don't want to go the extra length because I have short arms, or get a wide angle attachment, or flip the camera around. There's so many different things that you need to do to take a proper picture. But ever since this little wide angle lens that came built into the Pixel 3 XL, I've never had any issues. And I'm glad Google took the route of not putting it in the back. The back is great, yeah sure we can take good landscape shots, but the use case on that is totally different from the everyday consumer. Lastly, the video. It's okay, it's good. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I feel like it could be better. I feel like in this day and age when you compare it to the high-end phones where they have, 4K 60 frames per second, they have way better output on quality, especially the mic. The mic is kind of off. I wouldn't use the mic to record a video. I actually used my iPhone XS for my previous video with the Weibo where I actually had it mounted because it has stereo audio, of course, the newest feature, but it also outputted quality that I can use for mediums like on YouTube. So as much as the Pixel is the king of cameras, I feel like they still need to work on the video aspect. But hey, the bottom line is if you want pixel perfect pictures, then Google's the way to go. And all these enhancements are accompanied by, of course, Android Pie, the new OS that comes equipped in the Pixel 3. If you are a geek like me, it's the small things that usually matter that makes a huge difference. There's a lot of cool features baked right into the platform that makes your day-to-day use better. And it's all powered by Google's AI. The most noticeable change in the OS, it's the overall gesture experience. You kind of swipe up to see your recent apps. Nothing new. I mean, everyone borrowed it from BlackBerry 10, who would say they borrowed from WebOS, which now is carried over to the iPhone 10. So nothing new. Everyone's borrowing from each other, but that's the most noticeable change. And then there's all the simple, subtle changes that gets me a little excited. So, when you get a text message, you get a little notification, you're able to reply, mark as read. Now, here's the cool thing. If it's an activation code, you can easily hit copy on that notification and then go paste it in your WhatsApp or whatever app you're trying to activate, which is pretty cool. And then earlier this year, they announced this app called Files Go app. It's pretty much their new storage manager. And to be honest, it does wonders because it's fully baked right into the core to figure out how many memes you can delete. It can scan through all your files and delete all those duplicate images and videos that you share on WhatsApp and on other social media channels. So it deletes all that and it clears all these clutter cache files that you don't need. So pretty much it's just sitting there managing your files for you so that you can save space, especially when you don't have space, which we'll get into. And of course it's Google's well-being, which I honestly don't use because I don't really care to see how much I spend my time on Google and Facebook and Twitter and everything else, including Instagram. I get it. Being a creator, you are kind of tied into that world, so I don't feel like it's gonna make any difference. It's cool to know how much time I spend on it, but hey, you know what? If it works for you, it's really cool. I mean, iPhone has its own version. This is Google's version. Just check it out if it really fancies you. But at the end of the day, it's Google using more AI, more data to give you more information for your day-to-day uses. And my personal favorite is when your battery's about to die, you get a little notification and it says, hey, dude, heads up, you got about 1 hour before your battery dies or fully drains out. So it kind of gives you a heads up and a little bit of a countdown once you get that little red bar, giving you a little indication that you should go get your stuff charged because you're going to be out of battery soon. Which leads into my cons, if you want to call it, or all the other things that, I didn't get to talk about. So in general, the battery lasts, for the full day. If it's a normal use where I'm at work, I'm just checking stuff, I'm just using it normally, I'm good till 12 a.m. Now, if I'm heavily using video and photos for what it's intended to be, then that's where it, starts to die around 9 or 10 and probably last 11 or 1. I don't know. But personally, for a phone that's focused on, the camera, taking pictures and videos, I feel like these guys should have put in a 4,000 milliamp power battery. I'm just throwing that out there, Google. I think you guys could have done that. Okay, my next gripe is the RAM and storage. Guys, 4 gigs of RAM is okay. You guys had it from before, that's fine. I don't think it would have hurt to put 6 gigs. Again, like if it's doing a lot of processing on the software end, then it's, using a lot of RAM. We had issues where apps were crashing because the RAM management wasn't great. That's why they dropped some bug fixes for it. I feel like this could have all been solved if they just upgraded it by a notch, what I'm saying? But storage is very important. The options are 64 gigs or 120 gigs, which is pretty bad because they could have either given us better options or be Google and be open and give us SD slots to put our SD cards in. I don't know, that's a little weird one. I don't care about the head jack. The SD slots is a gamble. That's a gamble. They could have put that in. I feel like it was more of, hey, listen, let's just make more money like how iPhone does it by limiting and giving only certain options. I know they need to make money too, but they have a lot of money, you know. We need space. I need space. You need space. We need space. Space. But hey, all that doesn't matter because Google wins with their software. Simple as that. To sum it up, as much as I miss the OnePlus because it's a great phone for half the price, almost half the price, and as much as the Note 9 is jam-packed with tech and specs for the same, you know, bracket for pricing, but somehow Google Pixel just sits right in the middle. Somehow makes its way to the middle to be that perfect phone for the average consumer, but also for a nerd or a geek or a camera guy. Like it's like an every person type of phone. And especially with their vanilla experience, I feel like that's where they win. It just comes with a lot of software to make your experience better. I feel like that's why the Google wins. I think so. That's my thought. Share me yours, but that's where I'm standing at. You know, in every video I'm always like, I always sit weird. I don't know, I'm always like doing some weird stuff, my neck feels. Alright. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and as promised, if you stuck around all this way or forwarded over, let's talk about the giveaway. Alright, so details about this giveaway. So you can technically win this Google Pixel 3. It's a 64GB clearly white edition. Can't go wrong. All you have to do is follow myself on Instagram, follow Lucas on Instagram, Sanjeev on Instagram, and Eric on Instagram. All their tags are below or on the screen. They're everywhere. You can easily find them. Follow, tag a friend. The more you tag, the more chances you get. Now here's the cool thing, there's bonuses. So say you want to get more chances, we got you covered. You can repost the giveaway image and tag Holiday Pixel Giveaway. Tag all 4 of us and boom, you have an additional entry. You'll also find another link below. That's pretty much a direct link to the Gleam contest page where you need to put your name to track your entry. It's just easier for us to contact and, you know, choose a winner. But at the same time, you have many ways to win. One is subscribing below, so don't forget to do that. And you can win this Google Pixel 3. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.